what I saw spiritually in the Paris catacombs in late 2024. Hi there, I'm Mary. I'm a seer. I see in the spirit realm, but only with Jesus. In late 2024, I went down to the Paris catacombs and bought my ticket, walked my way down into the very long thing of bones. There's a lot of bones down there as advertised, and I could immediately tell that there was a lot going on down there. You know, there were some gated areas far off the beaten tourist track that I could tell had some interesting things going on in them, and I did see a couple of unsavory spiritual characters down there, including basically something that looks like an ogre. And some things that looked very much like spiders, and probably before, when they used to be creatures created by God, they probably used to be creatures, and now they have become something less savory. And as I walked through the catacombs, I really saw a great deal of interesting things, but what really stole my attention was as I walked, I saw Jesus walking in the lines and lines of bones in front of me. And that really surprised me. And I don't know why it did. Because Jesus is always places that he is not supposed to be. And in Ezekiel 33, we see that a man comes to the prophet Ezekiel and he says to him, "Son of man, can these bones live?" And a lot of biblical scholars believe that that's a foreshadowing of Jesus, and in fact that it may have been Jesus speaking with Ezekiel. And Jesus was walking through the catacombs, and as I watched, it was as though he knew the bones by name. And as I looked at some of the bones, the catacombs are very dark in the natural as well. There's not a lot of light. It's a tunnel. And some of these bones glowed with light. And the thing about the catacombs and the thing about Paris is that it's really easy to point out the darkness. It's really easy to have a panic. And it doesn't take being a seer to know that. But what does take spiritual sight is knowing that Jesus is all about bringing resurrection right in the place where he wasn't supposed to be.